Good evening, Mr Mrs Saggitarius. Let's see what your past life would like you to relive for August 16th to August 23rd, 2018. I see last week you were rediscovering how to let go of that monk and nun side of yourself, the traditional side of yourself, those core beliefs of chastity, of poverty, of less than. You dropped all those things, and now you're refilling them up with intuition, that fire and passion that you always knew you had to drive you forward to your next destination. And you use that night of water, the intuition, that groundedness, that fatherly understanding to guide you. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother. Woo! Alright, yeah. It's too bitty. It's too bitty. Mother, Father, what does Sagittarius past life wanting to relive for August 16th to August 23rd? What does Sagittarius past life wanting to relive from August 16th to August 23rd? What does Sagittarius past life wanting to relive? We conquer. What action will Mr. and Miss Sagittarius take? Okay, you already know. Okay, Mr. and Miss Sagittarius, your past life wants you to relive the lessons and blessings. Yes. Every lesson that you learned in your life, whether it be small or big, has taught you that they hold blessings. For one, a lot of people can't go through what you have gone through, and the steps and groundedness it took for you to know yourself to get out of them. Yes, you've always been adventurous, but you have learned that the tools along the way of how to survive when you're on the travels, when you're on the move, has been blessings to you. Now you're starting to see that the hardships that you had to take, that spiritual discipline that you had to have within yourself, has prepared you to be your best self in the now. And that you no longer had to look, or no longer need to look outside of yourself to know that you hold the key, Mr. and Miss Sagittarius, of time. You know how to manifest time fast or slow to your liking. You have went inside of yourself and realized that your intuition has always led you to slow down and to move forward and to stand fast and to be grounded and stubborn and fixed when need be, and when to be charming and laid back. Those take the inner knowledge of a master alchemist of time. You are that Kali Ma, that Kuan Yin, Gaia, Isis. You understand source, mother and father of yourself already. And you start to see that every time you had to learn those lessons, the more assertive you become, the more rooted you become, the more spiritual you exude in yourself, the more abundance, both financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, has always nourished you. And now you get to set forth in that new destination knowing that you hold that key. And that you will not ever lack. Because you hold the key of time. You hold the key of knowledge. You hold the key of life itself. And how it does move. The action you will show on August 16th to August 23rd. Wow, the 5 of water. 5 is change. So now you're starting to see that you no longer need that change. Now you're starting to see that you need that groundedness. You're going to unlock the Cancerian, Scorpio, Pisces inside of yourself. And rather than see those 3 cups that spilled over, which you no longer need because you see the blessings in them and no longer have to go back and seeing what lessons you need to understand by living them, things will not turn out the way you hoped, but I feel will turn out even better. If you start to see that you will always have that masculine, feminine, that self and consciousness of yourself, that ego and spirit, that life purpose and passion, that inner child and maturity of self. These 2 cups you always needed. Let's be honest. Your life lessons has showed you the blessings and knowing that simple and basic is better. Meaning, would you be able to hold those extra 3 cups if you had to? Could you? Or would you feel more grounded and assertive with those 2 cups? Because if I'm not mistaken, the 2 cups leads towards the lovers, leads towards the love of your life, leads towards the love of your career, leads towards the love of who you are. It's shining a light on these 2 for a reason. I wonder why. I do see 2 faces. These, they have faces, but they look like you learned all you needed to learn. They have no substance in them. But these do. These are full. The water are full. It's not half full. It's not even half empty. Both cups are filled with your innermost desires, your innermost dreams, your innermost imagination of who you are and what you are about to become. You know that too is all you truly need. That's why we have 2 hands. That's why we have 2 feet, 2 eyes, 2 ears. But remember, it takes that one body to make sure to hold these 2 cups up. So Mr. Mrs Saggitarius, know that you are now your true self. Be that black stallion, that gatekeeper of time. Until we meet again, I love you. I love you, Mr. Mrs Saggitarius. We will see you on the other side.